How is everybody doing on this beautiful Friday morning? Hope everyone is doing well. I myself am doing great, in a great mood this morning. Nothing is going to change that. Hope all of y'all are having as great of a morning as I am. Morning, Mr. TC, Mr. Paul, Mr. Nick. Let's see, Mr. Who's next? Mr. Pete. And, Mr. Bob. Good morning, sir. Mr. Michael. Good morning. I think we are caught up. Pete said he buckled up and bought a Thunder Beast. That is pretty cool. Can't wait to hear how that goes. So last night, my pocket check was probably the most expensive pocket check. Well, definitely the most expensive pocket check I've ever had. In my front pocket, I had that one. Only because I was afraid I would scratch it up if I put it in my back pocket. So I put this one in my back pocket. Mr. Bob said he's doing amazing, heading to Maine to go to Sugarloaf to go skiing with the family. That sounds like a great weekend. And then in my other back pocket, I had my Vespa, which I used more than the other two last night. Somehow that always happens. That knife gets used more than any of my other knives. I did talk to Mr. BGM. Mr. John, I believe. And I am sending this knife off to get a regrind. I think he commented on my post on Instagram, and I told him that I wished it was a hollow grind, but I respected his choice. But I guess I don't respect his choice because I'm going to get it reground to a hollow grind. I don't know. I just prefer them. I think it'll look great on this knife. So, we're going to do it. And I really don't see how it could bring the value down. I think lots of people would enjoy having this knife in a hollow grind. And the fact that I can say it was done by BGM will only add to that. Did anybody pick up an Asgard yesterday? They dropped at 4, I believe, yesterday. Good morning, drummer. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, were any of y'all able to get an Asgard? Y'all don't mind smashing that like button to help that algorithm? Yeah, TC, you've been wanting one for a while. I wondered if you got one yesterday. So one thing I told him, he said it didn't matter whether I sent the full knife or the blade. But I told him since it was an integral, I would take the time and take it apart so he didn't have to mess with that. Maybe it'll help it get back to me quicker. One thing he did ask is, do these thumb studs come off with the Torx? Oh yeah, Bob, I did see that. TC and Pete commented on it as well. I sent my vote of a name for it. I said Pacific Fusion would be a good name because he's on one side of the Pacific, and I'm pretty sure the people making the handle are on the other side of the Pacific. So I suggested the name Pacific Fusion. I did that pretty late in the night, so maybe he'll comment on it this morning, but I did see that blade. I really like that blade shape. So I've got to find out if these thumb studs come off. Like I said, they probably did. I'm sure they do. Let's see how hard it is to get them off. They are T8s. And they do not want to turn, which is a great start. They feel like they've got thread locker, which I wouldn't doubt. That Torx bit fits in there nicely, though. Well, for now, it's just spinning. I probably need to apply some heat. Pacific Fusion. One side of the Pacific is California, the other side is Asia. I don't know. I was thinking of Asian fusion, and then I thought of the ocean between them, so I thought of Pacific Fusion. No, Michael, I don't think the video froze. I don't have any dropped frames, so it had to be on your end. Well, I guess I won't try to take those off right now. I probably should leave it in the knife. Well, what the heck? I've got a torch sitting right here. And when it's in the handle, I'll be able to hold it a little better. I want to tell y'all something else I realized last night. Let me get this torch lit. All right. Very low torch. Not going to heat it up much. Don't want to mess with the blade. With the heat treat on the blade. Just going to hit it a little bit, see if that helps. All right. Let's see if that made anything happen. Well, I can't grab the other side. I'm afraid it's too hot. I need to stick this in one side. Somebody come hold this for me. All right, let's try this the proper way. One good time. We put the blade down. All right, stay right there, knife. Aha, we got it. That's the way you do that. Just a little bit of heat and a little bit of the right tools, and you can make stuff happen. Except that piece does not want to come out. Let me lock this in there and see if I can wiggle it with it. Wiggle it just a little bit. All right. Chopstick. Chopstick to the rescue. Come on, thumb stud. There we go. Chopstick to the rescue. And it really is a stop pin. The blade wiggles now. Blade's not hot at all. That's good. Blade's cold, actually. All right. So, something else I realized last night, which is kind of weird for me. Oh my goodness, I left something in the car. I'll be right back. I got to show y'all something I left in the car. Give me just a minute. So I was carrying about 6 knife cases on my way from the car this morning. Whoops. And so I forgot something. All right, so what made me realize I've got a change in my knife preferences as of late, as I'm sure some of you do from time to time. But for the longest time, I have been a frame lock guy as my favorite type of lock. Those are not wanting to go together. I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, I'm not going to lose them. I didn't even lose magnets the other day like I thought I did. But thank you, Michael. So I've been a frame lock guy. And until this knife. Good morning, Sever7. Good morning, Cliff. I got the yawns this morning. And this knife made me realize that I might have switched my preferences. And that is the Vero Axon. This knife is available in a fixed blade version and in a frame lock version and in a liner lock version. And I've realized that I think I prefer a nested liner lock over a frame lock now, simply for the cleanness that it adds to the lines of the knife. So every frame lock has that big notch cut out, and it kind of ruins the look of the knife. Oh, slip joint version as well. There you go, Nick. So I think I've become to where, and the action on nested liner locks seems to be a little better because they're thinner normally than the frame lock is. So the tension on them, this one is just a guillotine, so that's not a good reference. But nested liner locks seem to be a little smoother because they don't put as much pressure on. And I did not realize how big this knife was until I bought one. But it is pretty much very close to as big as the Nova, a little bit shorter. But the handles are very close to the same length. But, of course, this one is a frame lock. So the lines don't look as clean on that side of the knife. But Vero does kill it. I agree with you, Nick. Vero does nice looking knives. I got this one because it's not my normal blade shape, but it was a bigger knife, and it's kind of slim. It's a good shaped knife. If the fixed blade is the same size, I might look into getting one of those. Yeah, so this one with a frame cutout would look crazy because it would be almost in the middle of the knife. With wider knives, like he said, it doesn't look as bad. But I agree with the thinner knife thing. And I don't know why this... I need to clean out this Loctite. It's probably why it wasn't wanting to thread on there properly. I definitely don't want to strip it. That's that's right. I can feel the thread lock going on and it's threaded right, so that's good. All right, got that together. But yeah, so I got this one for 140 bucks and it looks unused. There's no marks on it anywhere. So that's basically half price. So I tell y'all, there's no marks on the clip anywhere. No marks on the blade. No snails at all. The blade is super clean. No marks on it. So whenever you can get a knife for half price, get you one. These were $270 new, and I got it for $140. So you can't beat that. But Mr. Andrew has been getting some killer deals. He got a Kaiser VK1 FL last night for like $60. Yeah, I only had one Vero as well, TC, until I got this other one. I used to have a one of the double detent Neuron. But I sold it to a guy in the UK because they can't have locking knives. And it was too small for me. But I did have another Vero at one point. But now I've got two. So I'm on my way to having a bunch of them, huh? Yeah, I've got two more. I've got the Isotope and the Isotope Mini. My God. I forgot. Y'all smack me. I've got 4 Veros. Still need to finish this one up, but I've got that one. And I got its little brother. Man, I did all kinds of sorting with knives last night as far as my new cases go. And I wanted to offer something to y'all in the channel here. I know some of y'all don't have knife cases and would like some. There's the mini Isotope. I like the Lux too. The Lux is nice. Oh, I used to have an Impulse Thin also, but I sold it because it was weird size. It was too thin, and the detent was too strong on it. I sold it too. So I guess I've had a few. Just don't listen to anything I say. I guess I've had like 6 Veros, not one. I didn't mean to lie, I promise. But let me get back to what I was saying about cases. So I would like to offer whoever needs one and doesn't have a case, a free case as long as you pay for the shipping. And these are $30 knife cases, and I bet it would cost about $10 to ship. But I've got 2 of these. You can't see the whole case here, but they're the hard, semi-hard cases. And I will send them to whoever wants one that will pay the shipping. But this one has these pouches in this side. Then it has all these. Then it has all these. Then it has a little divider. And then it has all of these. So this is the black and yellow one. If you want to claim it, claim it. And then I've got this blue one here, which is a little bigger. It is also one of those semi-hard cases. And it has, let me make sure. Yeah. So it has all these on one side. It's got a little divider. Then it's got all these right here. Then on the other side of this, it's got all these right here. Then it's got another divider. And it's got all these on the other side. So if anybody wants the blue one or the black and yellow one, just let me know. and if you pay the like $10 shipping, you can have you a nice little case. I don't need them anymore. I need to get some pins myself. Although I think that would be a cheaper hobby, but some of the pins I've seen, that's not the case. All right, it is New Drop Friday. So what is coming out today or this week? I've got to finish taking this knife apart for him. Might as well do that real quick. It shouldn't take long now. Okay, it doesn't have a T8 pivot. So that's a start. Got a T10, I believe. Let's see if I can find my thing over here by my Ashers and a T10. All right, T10, where you at? Right there. Is it a T10? Yes, it is. All right. This one is going to be one of those pain in the butts to get back together because it doesn't have the little window like some integrals have. And that's also why they used the thumb stud as the stop pin, because they weren't able to put a stop pin in up here because they didn't put that little window in. I'm wondering if this one unscrews too. Yes, it does. So, how does this come apart? I don't even know if I can get this apart. What is going on here? There's something about this side that looks different. It looks like there's something else that might come off right here. Huh. Do y'all think this unscrews? What do we think? Do we think this has a... doesn't have a T15 hole in the middle? Well, how does this thing come apart? That is very odd. Oh, now I can push the whole thing. Okay, now I got it. This whole thing pushes out now. There we go. So it has like a double pivot. It's got a fake pivot that goes on the inside. That's pretty cool. Riot did that. It's got a fake pivot, and then this one screws into it. Huh. That's a neat construction. That makes it pretty easy to assemble, too. I'm going to put that one in there just so I know that it goes, and then the bearings sit inside the blade. So there we go. Blade is ready to send off. That was a different construction than I've seen before. I've never seen one of these like fake pivots where the pivot screw screws into another thing that, I mean, I've seen them with the barrel only, of course, but this barrel has a side on it, so it sits in the knife. That's pretty cool. Good morning, WDD. All right, so real simple. Cool thing about integrals is when you anodize it, you don't have to worry about one side being a different color than the other because it's all connected. But there's the blade I'm going to get sent off to him today to get hollow ground. Yay. Mr. John, speaking of WDD, Mr. John was able to message me some last night and send me a couple of pictures from some regrinds that BGM had done for him. Let me Let me bring those up. Show y'all a couple pictures from Mr. JT. Because if mine turns out anything, mine turns out anything like his did, I will be super happy. Let me, I don't want to show our conversation, so let me get these images somewhere I can show them to you. See, Firefox it is. Downloads. Firefox. Boom. So that is a BGM regrind. That Mr. John got on his Scout, his Griffin Scout 3.5. And here's the other side of it. So yeah, if mine looks anything like that, I will be super excited. Yes, Mr. Andrew, I am sending it off already today. But yeah, I'm really happy with, if mine turns out anywhere close to like that, I'll be super excited. And I'm sure it will, because he's the man. So, alrighty, let's see. Let's jump over to the drop point. See what new knife drops we have today. We'll start with the fixed blades today. You posted your annex? Where did you post it at? In the knife pics? Or blade pics? Good grief, semantics. I didn't ever see your regrind. Where did you post it, Andrew? I still don't see it. I'm scrolling all around on the Discord and I don't see it, Andrew. Did you buy the one on Knife Swap? Boy, that one was ugly. The one with the Evo 1.1? I saw one pop up on Knife Swap this morning. He had dropped it to 515 or something. Didn't it have like some inlays or something? Carbon fiber? I didn't look at it close. You're welcome to send it to me though. Alright, TRM, tag along. Seems like a bunch of people have been posting these recently. I know Mr. Bob loves TRM. Aha! Thank you, Mr. Andrew. Did you buy that Unkovsky that was with the Evo this morning? Oh, we're seeing the knife. Maybe the second one is. You can see the grind on it. So BGM did that one as well? Can't really see the blade. Maybe you yeah, you can see it good enough. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Um, Yep. So Andrew, yeah, I've sent you links, Sever, the last few times, and you haven't acted like you wanted them. I was gonna send it to you this morning when it popped up, but I didn't because the last couple I've sent, I think you were between jobs or something, so maybe I caught you at a bad time. Um, but yeah, so a guy had a price drop on an Evo 1.1 and an Unkovsky. It was a plain Jane Evo 1.1, and there's the Unkovsky. Definitely it's not ugly, it's just different. Uh, Actually, I didn't look at it up close. I thought these were inlays. I didn't know it was milling. I was on my phone and all I saw was this picture, and it was really small. So it looks better than I thought earlier. Not ugly. Definitely unique. Oh, look. Even got a little splash of color on it. Yeah, that's a cool knife, Andrew. And the Evo he sold was the plain Jane one. Pretty good price on it, too. He had them posted differently earlier. He changed the post. They both said price dropped to $515. It looks like he went back and edited his post, which kind of helps resell for whoever buys it. Anyway, all right. Yeah, the Evo fixed blade is pretty sexy. I will agree with you there. All right, back to the TRM tag along. Cool little knife. .85 ounces. 5 and a little over a quarter-inch total length, so that's a little thing. That's probably as small as my whatchamacallit. My tenable. I've got too many Ashers over here on the table. My tenable is buried under Asher boxes. Oh, he has a video? All right. Let's see. Bond Creek Knives Predator. Predator. This one. That's a good looking knife. That looks kind of like that one I bought a clone of a few weeks ago. Oh yeah. Bad news for my Mojave. I told you that my Mojaves were taking a long time. Well, unfortunately, they got randomly expected in customs and they might not ever make it. So I got this message from Juful this morning after I asked him about it. And he says, we have received feedback from the Customs Clearance Agency that the above package is currently undergoing inspection by the local customs and is still being processed. Our company will continue to monitor the status of the goods. This is his shipping company, because it says, please ensure that you communicate effectively with your customers. And then this is from Juful. Says, customs random inspection, friend. We will communicate about it. Thank you. It should be possible to pass, but it will take a bit more time. Morning, William. So my Mojaves are lost at customs. Probably going to get seized. Knowing my luck. Yeah, send it to me. I'll make a video. I got to ship you a bunch of knives anyway. I can't even remember what that knife was that I bought that one looks like. It was the... Dang it. It was the Winkler. So that looks a lot like the Winkler. Belt knife. I think TC has one. So that knife looks a lot like that knife. Let's see, they both got the okay, that one's got like a harpoon, where this one just has a ramp. But they're pretty similar. I can't wait to get this one in. Alright, so that's the Predator from Bond Creek Knives. Custom knife and tool. EDC cleaver. That thing's pretty mean looking. Yeah, that cleaver's pretty sweet. K Custom. Custom. Haven't heard of them. Bald Man. I like Bald Man stuff. And an Albatross. Mocha Paper Micarta. I like that big choil. And I like the little sharpening choil. Cool, cool. How much is that one? $270. Lynch, Sparrow 7. I'm guessing it's 7 inches long. Magna Cut. Let's see. Product specifications tab. 7.5 inch. So I was totally wrong. 3.31 inch blade. It's an interesting looking little fixed blade. Winkler is local to UTC. That's awesome. Yeah, Michael, he's still going to make one. I think so. Andrew, no, you don't have to worry about getting a signature. My house is very safe. Very, very safe with cameras. Very, very safe. I live in a very old neighborhood. Everybody here has been here like 20 years, except for me. All right. There's the Lynch one. Let's go to the next one. Orlander. Okay. Just their customs. We see those all the time. Night Watch Knives. Got a few different knives. I guess the new one just says one-off customs, 300 plus. Cool deal. Elijah Witt's Mini Recon. Where is that at? Mini Recon. That is a different looking blade. Yes, Andrew, I can. I told him about the deal you got. I didn't really tell him about the deal. I told him you paid $60. That's about as far as I went. Yeah, I can show it to you right now if you want me to. It's a super cool knife. Let me get a little baggie and put up these knife parts really quick. What is in here? Oh, that's that glow-in-the-dark stuff. That's that glow-in-the-dark powder. No, this is the candy. This is the stuff I thought was glow-in-the-dark, but it's not. All right, let me put these parts up really quick. Pretty easy to keep the parts on an integral because you don't have to take much out. Clips can stay in, lock bar insert. All right, got that safe. I will package that up safely. I don't have room. All right, that's off the screen. Evo is showing a little bit. Yeah, $42. That's a crazy price. It was 60 Australian dollars. These knives are hard to find too, like yeah, this is that oh, it's got a label. It's that chameleon paint, like House of Colors. It's the paint pigment that you add to do a chameleon swap. Candy. Flip-flop. Flip-flop paint. All right, where is my VK1? Yeah, here it is. So here it is, Mr. Andrew. Super nice micro milling. It's got the little copper thing. That's his good morning, Paul. That's his trademark. Super cool knife though. Very comfortable, big enough for me to get 4 fingers on. Super cool little knife. Here's a size comparison. PM2 and a pair of 3 right in between those. My favorite fixed blade? Honestly, I'm a big fan of Mora's, but I would probably either my Joker. I don't have a ton of nice fixed blades. I like some of my Grow. Oh yeah, I forgot though. I've got a bunch of nice cold steels. Probably one of my cold steels, probably, I'm over here looking, probably either my Recon Scout or my SRK. Hold on just a second, I'm going to show them to you. That is the Marauder. Which one is which? Yeah, probably, I would say it's one of these. Hold on just a second. Where are my other fixed blades? What in the heck? I'm missing some. Aha. Alright, I'll give you 4 of my favorites to pick from. How about that? I like this one, which is the Recon Scout in 3V, I believe. Yeah, in 3V. So this Recon Scout is pretty nice fixed blade. I like that one. And then I also like, this one's a little smaller, but it's the SRK. The handles are super comfortable on these. And this one is in San Mai. You can see the layer right there. The SRK is super nice though. And then as far as just a couple of great inexpensive ones, these Joker knives from Spain have super nice leather sheaths. I love these ones that dangle, so when you're walking, they don't, you know, they're not stiff. So I love these sheaths. It's also got the belt loop in case you don't want to use this belt loop. You can take this off. No, you can't. You can still use this one. So this is a Joker. This is the Nesmuck. And they have really nice wood. Like Joker makes some great little around $100 knives, and they have different models, so you don't have to get this Nesmuck if you don't like that blade. And then I really have to give it up to this Civivi. This is the Civivi Cloud Peak. And it is a very, very clean and comfortable and nice rounded off little fixed blade. But now that I think about it, my absolute favorite fixed blade, and the one I've carried more than anything, is right over here on the table. And I'm going to have to get all my Ashers out of the way because I pulled them out and hadn't put them back up yet. Let me see if I can find my absolute favorite fixed blade over here. A lot of you will know what it is before I even get to it. But it is the Vostede H-back. And I've carried this one more than anything. I've got it set up for scout carry. I love these little Vostede clips too. It keeps it off your body. But this little H-back is an awesome little knife. Perfect little ramp. Great little size EDC knife. And it's, you know, a lot smaller than these other ones I've been showing. But these H-backs are awesome. And yeah, I got a mess over here. Oh well. But yeah, so there's a few fixed blades for you that I like. I don't know which one is my favorite. The Vostede H-back is, let's see, I think it's only around $70 maybe. So they have a few different models. Yeah, it's 68 or $65, and you can get them even cheaper at White Mountain Knives. But they have a bunch of different versions of it, including some pretty ones. But White Mountain Knives, let's see, H-back. So if you use my code Alchemy10, it'll make it below $60. It'll take $6.50 off. So it'll make it $58.50 with no tax or shipping. Or let's see, they're sold out of all the other ones, but you can get the blue one or the black one for $58.50 with my code Alchemy10. Yeah, the mink, like Vostede's doing their thing on little fixed blades. So there's the full back, and the H back is the half back. But the mink is another little cool one they have for around the same price. It's got that different, they got two different blade shapes in it. They got the Warncliffe or the drop point. So yeah, you can't go wrong with little $70 Vostede fixed blade. All right. One more quick time. If y'all haven't hit that like button, please smash it for me. All right, let's go back to the drop point. We're almost done with the fixed blades. Let's look at this Carl Colson bird and trout knife. Well, that's a nice little stag fixed blade. CPN 154. Oh yeah, those knives on Monterey Bay Knives. Let's see. Dang it. Let me show you those little OTFs that he posted this morning. And in fact, let me let you hear what he says here.
I came across these blades. They're American made. They're CPM 154. They've been around a couple years, and now the project that these blades came from is now defunct. So these were going to actually just like end up in the trash or a landfill somewhere. So I picked them up, and I can have handles made for them overseas by my overseas shop. So these are American blades, American ground, they're bevel ground here, they're heat treated here, they're tumbled here, everything's here. Like, this is 100% American made. But the handles will not be. What do I call this project? Like, I could offer this for an incredibly good price, because these blades were essentially given to me. So that's such a huge bulk of cost involved in this thing. So I want to be able to manufacture these OTFs, like assemble them here. I don't want to call them USA made, but I want to be transparent with you. Would you support this? What would you call this? I don't know. Help me out here. I don't know what this is. I came across these blades. They're American made. They're CPM 150.
All right. So that's the story behind the OTFs he's going to get made. I like the blade shape. I love the swedge. It's a cool little blade, especially for an OTF. All right. Let's see. What is next? Let's go down to the folding knife. Well, let's see. Montana. The Rocker comes out today, maybe. That's not a bad one from them. How long is that one? 6 7/8. The 3 1/8 blade. Oh yeah, y'all had some links. Let's see. Nick posted one over here. Oh yeah, Pete posted that the other day. That's a beautiful knife. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't see that the other day, Nick. It's a beautiful knife. And then TC posted one over, what is this? Petrified fish. Oh, the bison. Is that your recommendation, Mr. TC? For around $70. It's got N690. Yeah, that looks like a super cool little knife. You could make yourself your own paracord handle or do all kinds of things. You got a what? JD, you got a Hell Timagami knife? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, they offer different scales. Nick, I don't know. He went crazy yesterday and seems like he's still at it this morning. He's probably going through some things. I wish the best for the guy, but I'm not going to deal with a bunch of crap this morning. What is that knife, JD? Oh, the Les Stroud knife. How is it? Have you gotten it in yet, or you just order one? He just came in talking trash again this morning, TC. I don't know if you saw it yesterday at the close to the end of the stream. He went crazy. And I guess it's beautiful. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, let us know how it performs. How big is it? Hey Google, what's 110 millimeters in inches?
110 millimeters is 4.3.
Oh, what you cut off for? 4.3 inch. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Yeah, the Bear Grill knives are garbage. I had one of those. Uh, anyway, what kind of blade steel is it? 14C 28N. I'm sure it's real Sandvik. Real deal and good heat treated. That's awesome. I think I saw him talking about it. I watch him on YouTube every now and then. I'll throw on some Survivor Man episodes, director's commentary to go to sleep to. All right, culinary knives. I got a new section. I really like this guy in the UK. He makes some nice looking knives. Belletta. Yeah, that's a pretty knife. And then we got Valentini Garage Works. Yeah, I've got like 8 or 9 Moras. I got addicted to buying Moras. It's not a bad price on that Damascus knife. Fit and finish. I don't know what's going on with the end of that handle there, but it doesn't look very smooth. Maybe it's a bad picture. Pattern looks good on the Damascus. Handle looks good. All right. See what else we got here. A little bit more expensive one. Nice knife. Yeah, so now Puck Elf's going nuts on the Discord. I don't know what's up with him. I'm not going to give him the time of day. I just let him spout off. It's not hard for people to read and see how someone is. All right. Looks like Urban EDC released some more F5.5s. Yeah, let me go ahead and get rid of this. Other. All right. Bye-bye. See you later. He's picking on our buddy now. Sword buddy. All right. Back to where we were. Giant Mouse. What is the Ace Bleeker? That's a Sever 7 knife. That might even be too skinny for him. What do you think of that, Sever? You like that one? Yeah, Tops does make good knives. I guess Essie does too. So you got the skeleton version of this? Oh yeah, it does look like a little sharp pry bar. All right. So you got a skeleton one. They make I guess you just unscrew that and it's just plain. It's a pretty cool little neck knife. Joe X has been showing some tops recently that are pretty sweet. He's been showing some. Now that he's showing his face, he's been doing a ton of videos. Yeah, I don't know, Paul. Yeah, he's on a mission, I guess. All right. Ace Bleeker. What else we got? Some more MSIs. Boy, that's a mean serrated edge there. I mean, I'm not a fan of serration, but that knife does look pretty aggressive. It's got the M390 MK that they their own blend, I guess. Pretty wild looking knife. I love the MSI. All right, what is the Chub OTF? Just what it says, but it's a utility knife, huh? A $250, looks like a miniature Lightning OTF with a utility blade. Interesting. Yep. There's the 229. That one's pretty sweet. That key, I like that key pattern. I like the ones they've been doing with ProTech. I'm sure Nick does. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet pattern on that handle. I like how they're keeping their prices good too. Somebody like Benchmade would charge $600, $700 for this knife. So I really do appreciate that ProTech and Chavez are trying to keep their prices reasonable. The Nano frame lock. What do we got? Oh, that is a Nano, huh? I still want to try one of their large the F3 large. I bet I would like that knife. Not with those handles, but a plain version of that knife. All right, what else we got? 4-edge pulsar. Yeah, there's that one I showed y'all a few weeks ago that I thought looked pretty cool with the milling. It reminds me of that Bio. That I sent Sever 7. The pattern on it does. It's a pretty clean looking OTF though. All right, Berg Blades released the Tick again. I love mine. These have the bolster. They don't. It doesn't look like they released a plain one. Maybe they did. No. They only released these bolster ones. I love my Tick. The Tick is a great size knife, and it goes right in with the Veros. Like, it's got the same clean lines. Berg Blades does their thing too, but the Tick is an awesome little knife. But you can see its size compared to the Axon. Pretty close. Good clean lines. The Nova is a little bigger, but I consider them kind of, I don't know why, I guess because I like plain Jane so much. A lot of my knives start to look the same to me, or kind of fit in the same category. Like my Griffin, see, this is the one with the flat grind that JT had a picture of. This is the 3.5 that he got done hollow. So this is how it started out looking. And then the picture, dang it. Let me show you one more time. So that's how the blade started out looking, with flat. And then that's how the BGM looks on it. So big difference. Super clean though. So Mr. John sends just about every one of his flat ground knives to BGM to get them hollow ground. Let me put these back up. Yeah, the Strix is pretty sweet. I wish mine had better detent. Yeah, mine just doesn't have the best of detent. I mean, it's got good detent. It doesn't shake out real easy. But I kind of like brutal detent. That's what she said. There's a size comparison. BGM is just a guy that does regrinds on blades, Paul. He's a what? Let's see. Purvis? What are y'all talking about? Let's see. Thumb stud Sweeneys are coming in about a month, Sever said. You like your Purvis MK4? That knife came up so many times on the drop point that I got tired of looking at it. And let me look at that knife again, because if that's your style, I think it's a little different than what I like. Let me see if I don't think I remember exactly. I just remember it was on the drop point all the time. Oh yeah, that one's not bad. Clip point. It's got a huge blade window though. And is it a top liner lock or is it a plunge lock? Purvis would make a sick knife. Because he does awesome mods and hardware. Yeah, Michael, I saw it on Reddit. Paul, it's now he's just a knife guy. He doesn't have a channel. His if you just type in BGM regrinds, he has a website and he's got an Instagram. But he just does regrinds. BGMknives.com is his website. And then his Instagram is something else. Let's see. Right here. Here's his Instagram, Paul. Too many. Yeah, so the Strix post was in Chinese Knives, and it is right here. Real versus fake. And it was kind of a public service announcement on how to spot the differences. I didn't look at it. That's interesting. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of great stuff in there. The real Strix, the back spacer is the same width as the scales. It's wider in the counterfeit. Wide bottom, skinny bottom. Do not get scammed. Yep, I agree. Do not get scammed. Yeah, thanks for reminding me about that, Michael. I meant to look at it, but I just hadn't yet. So the jimping, there's 9 lines instead of 8 on the real one. Oh yeah, Nick, I think you asked me what number my Strix is. I think it's number 135 or something. Where is the number on it? Oh, it's not on the knife. I got number 125. It's on the COA, isn't it? I don't remember what kind of pouch it came in. But yeah, it's on the COA. Yeah, mine's number 125, if I remember right. Oh yeah, it came in a box. Yeah, I'm slow sometimes, Nick. I got too much going on, especially today. Got questions coming left and right, and people acting a fool, and trying to keep up on Discord and the live, and pay attention to Reddit. Oh, here it is. Oh, I've got some things I ordered from Etsy out for delivery today that has to do with this knife. So I bought some lanyard beads to make a lanyard for this knife. Yeah, so mine is number... What in the world? How did I do that? Yeah, number 125. But I bought some lanyard beads on Etsy that are out for delivery today to make a lanyard for that knife. I do not remember which ones I bought, but they were... let's see. How do you even use shop? What is going on here? Arrives today. Etsy. Dang it. My handle material for my custom knife from our buddy Burning Stables Forge won't be delivered until next Monday. I swear it said it was out for delivery today. I don't even remember what I ordered. Let's see, Etsy. Oh, here it is. 3 items from Etsy out for delivery today. Oh yeah, I got one of each color. Here we go. Copy link, sent to the Discord. Discord, home, links. Paste. Alright, here's what I got for my Strix. I'm sure y'all know they're just the regular thing everybody else gets. And I think I got one of each color because I couldn't decide what I wanted to get. So here's what I got. Yeah, Nick, I'm trading him my my Heretic Wraith for one of his customs. But I bought the handle material and I'm going to send it to him to make the knife with. I bought one of... Yeah, Nick, I haven't got it done because I'm lazy and too busy. And it's still sitting right here the same way it was. I'm going to record it and do it one day soon, though, like within the next couple of days. But yeah, I'm getting he's going to make me, I'm being a PIA when it comes to a customer, but I'm getting him to make me one of his Lemmy knives, and his sister is going to make me a scout carry sheath for it. So I bought the handle material. I'm going to send it to him, and he's going to make me one of those with a custom sheath. Most of his sheaths are all vertical, but I want one for scout carry. So his sister does the leather work, so I think she's going to hook me up with a scout carry. I was going to get a zip, but I need a little bit bigger knife, so I'm getting the Lemmy. It's going to be that same San Mai that he does, I guess. It's 5-layer San Mai, 1095 and 15N20. So it should look similar to that. Or similar to that. I'm keeping the scale material secret. I haven't even told him yet. Yeah, he's gonna make they're sold out. Well, he's gonna make me one. I asked him if he was still making them, and he said he would, so it is what it is. I thank him for being a super cool person and working with a brother. All right, BGM. See what else we got here. The Tick. We got Sonoras and Mojaves and a Hawk Knives Talon. Few different versions of it. That's not a crazy price for that knife either, considering what he charges for some of his other knives. I think I like that version the best. Pretty cool carbon fiber. No, I didn't get Mammoth. I got something weird. I was gonna get Mammoth, but I don't know. It's not a common material. It's not carbon fiber. It's not G10. It's not micarta. It's not Mammoth. It's not wood. So it is a different material that I've not seen in very many knives. I don't know that I've ever seen it. I just know it's a material they sell at Maker's Material Supply. They do sell it here. That's where I bought it from. Of course, they sell all kinds of material here. But, let's see. It's not Raffir. It's not Rich Light. Not micarta. It's not Ultim. It's not carbon fiber. It's a surprise. In fact, I don't even remember what it looks like. Let me turn off this for a second so I can look at it. All right, then. It's not my Carta. Yeah, I can't keep a secret. Yeah, it's mother of pearl. How did you guess? It's mother of pearl and abalone. Abalone and mother of pearl. Well, well, well. As I scroll up, let's see. Did anybody guess it? What is Carbo Quartz Mammoth Boner? Jim Cox. What happened with Jim Cox? Good morning, Sharp Obsession. Good morning, David. It's purple. Knife on the right. What are we looking at? Oh, right here? Yeah, it does. It's a VK. It kind of does look like a goblin. It's a sweet knife. Yeah, Andrew got one of these for a steal. I wish it was Alutex. This one has awesome action too. Great sound. You got a pocket knife from Vivor? I like their tools. You want me to show you how to fix off center, David? So, Spydercos are notorious for needing to be fixed. So let me tell you how to fix it. Real easy. This one is off center. So I can show you on this one perfectly. All right, you see this knife? Off center. Let me tell you how to fix it, David, using the paper trick. So what you do is you figure out which side it's off center to. So I need it to go that way. So I'm going to take a piece of paper and I'm going to fold it up until I have a wedge that is wide enough to pry in there. This is how you fix an off-center knife. This is one way to fix an off-center knife. I'm going to leave it about that thick because I think that'll work. So you loosen the pivot and you loosen the body screws. All right? Loosen the pivot and the body screws. I don't know. All right. Loosen the pivot and the body screws. Take your wedge. Pry it in the side that you want it to move towards. So in mine, I wanted it to move that way. I probably could fold it one more time. You want to get it in there really tight. All right. You pry it in there, and then the first thing you tighten is the pivot. So tighten the pivot up tight. Get it really tight. All right. And then tighten the body screws. Get them good and tight. And then pull the paper out. And now it is centered. Or it's actually too much that way now. So now I can loosen the pivot just a little bit. And it will drop it back in the middle. Like so. There you go. And that will work a lot of times with a lot of knives. So what happens is these two sides of the scales, they get shifted like this. And when you do that, the pivot will be at an angle, so it'll make the blade off center one way or the other. So when you make that wedge and you tighten the pivot first and then the body screws, it locks the body more parallel. But y'all just saw that live on video that it started out off to that side and now it's pretty centered. The paper trick works the best on Spydercos that I've found. Paper trick definitely works, but do it in the order that I said. Tighten the pivot first before you tighten the body screws. Yeah, I don't know about the liner lock shouldn't the liner lock shouldn't be able to push on the blade enough to make it move. And if you go to YouTube and type in there's tons of little short videos how to fix an off-center blade. There's all kinds of little shorts. Let's see what this one says.
Pull your knife out of your pocket right
All right, let's see what he says.
now and look at the tip of the blade in the closed position. Is it off center? This drives me absolutely insane, and there's a really easy way to fix it. A lot of mush-brained slagathors on the internet will tell you to put the blade in a vise and bend it straight. Don't do this. It's a bad idea, and I promise you those people are eating toothpaste and probably hold their nose when they jump in a swimming pool. Literally, all you need is a piece of paper and tools to adjust the pivot and the body screws. The first thing you're going to do is fold the piece of paper until it's a very small square. Like this. This is what you want. If you ended up with a triangle, you did it wrong. I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so step one, we're going to loosen everything up. Be careful so that you don't strip the screws, right? Just be really careful. Do the body screws too, and make sure not to back them completely out. Just enough to where you know that it's loose. Okay, so now everything's real loose, right? But it's still favoring that side. So what you want to do is you want to take your wedge, right? And you want to stick it in here, and you want to force that blade over to the other side. You really want to get that thing in there and make sure that it's essentially touching the opposite side, the direction that you want it to go. The next thing you're going to do is, while the body screws are still loose, you're going to tighten that pivot down all the way. In fact, so tight that the action would be bad if you left it that way. Make sure that you put some torque on it, but don't strip it. Tight enough, but don't strip it. Now what you're gonna do is do the exact same thing to the body screws. These are much easier to strip depending on the knife. Fortunately, with this Les George VECP V3, these are T10, so pretty easy. But again, you want to get those things super tight. Both of them, or 3 of them, 4 of them, however many they are. Make sure they are super tight, and do it on both sides if you have screws on both sides. The next step is to pull your wedge back out. This is going to be pretty hard, and you have to be careful, because if you pull too hard and you're not holding the blade down, the blade could fly out with the piece of paper and cut you. So you're going to have to put quite a bit of force on it. This one's going to be a little hard, but as you can see, I got it back out. Now the blade's not perfectly center yet. Right now it's going the other way, but what we can do is loosen the pivot up so that it goes back to center. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to try and get this on camera, is I'm going to very slowly turn the pivot back the other way until that blade gets, it's so beautiful, just about perfectly centered. Now the idea here is to make sure that you've got good action, but at the same time, the blade is still centered. This is still a little tiny bit tight, so what?
So there you go. The wedge. That's the easiest, simplest way. Yeah, Spydercos, since they're on washers, they do have issues a lot of times. Well, all right, fellas. I'm going to get this blade sent off to BGM for a regrind. I'm going to try to enjoy my Friday. I hope y'all do the same. I've got some nice knife cases to finish sorting. And hope you fellas have a great day. The Recon Scout 3V is a great big fixed blade, though, if you need a big one. I hated Spydercos for 15 plus years. Hated the way they looked. Couldn't stand the way they looked. And then I finally got one. And the ergos are something nice. And the reverse flick with the big hole. And if you don't like the hump, you can always get something like a Shaman. So the Shaman has super clean line. I just poked myself. The Shaman doesn't have the hump and is a super cool knife, but does have the ergos. So look at a Shaman if you don't like the hump. They'll go in a pouch. They're big boy knives. But yeah, Shamans are great. If you don't like the hump. Giggity. All right. My TKL clone is kind of lost in customs too. No, actually, it's showing movement. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for being here and talking knives with me today. If y'all need me, make sure to hit me up. My email's in the top right, bladealchemy4u@gmail.com. If you haven't joined the Discord, the link is in the description of this video. Do that. And link to my Instagram is in the description to the video. I'm getting a little bit more action on my Instagram lately. I've been tagging some people, and I'm late to the Instagram game, so I got to play catch up. But yeah, if you hadn't hit that like button yet, like Andrew said, do it on your way out. And I thank you very much for that. Michael, thank you, sir. TC, thank you. Pete, Paul, Andrew, Nick, Drummer, Co Bunny, David, Paul, JD. Who else been here at the end? I think that's about it of the people talking here at the end. Oh, Mr. Bob, of course. Love Mr. Cal. I swear, man, me and Mr. Bob are connected. I had never seen his Instagram, and the Knives Are Life tagline that I picked for my channel, I had never seen his name before. And then all of a sudden he joined the channel, and I thought he was doing it just because I thought he changed his name because of what I had in my tagline. But come to find out, I was the one that copied him, evidently, because he's been that for a lot longer than I've been around the knife game. So I think we're kind of linked that way. But thank you, Mr. Bob. But Knives Are Life. And at the same time, clones are life. Clones are knives, so. Anyway, guys, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. See y'all tomorrow.